Last season was a difficult time for the Sens on the road in the Western Conference, only picking up their first win against a Western Conference opponent in March of last season. Tonight they'll have a chance to do so in their first Western Conference road trip and in their first Western Conference game as they are in Utah to face off against the Utah Hockey Club.
A little hard to really tell without actually getting into a game, but just from what I've seen and heard on TV that it's pretty rambunctious crowd. It'll be a full house, I'm sure, and people are excited to have the hockey here.
It was an optional skate this morning in Utah for the Sens, but only two absences were not on the ice. Both Thomas Chabot and Shane Pinto were not skating this morning, though both are good to go for tonight's game against the Utah Hockey Club. As for Linus Ullmark, he and Anton Forsberg were the only two goalies on the ice, but Levi Marilainen is on his way to Salt Lake City, and he will back up Anton Forsberg, who makes another start for the Sens tonight.
Goalies have a routine. They usually find out the day before whether you're playing or not. That hasn't changed at all. He knew yesterday that he was going today, so I'm sure he's excited to get back in the net. Ridley's a guy that's been out, the lineup for a bit. He missed a game in exhibition, I believe, had a little fighting something in exhibition, so I think he's a young guy that's still finding his game, but he brings a lot of energy to the game. He's a hard player to play against, a 200-foot player. I'm just thankful that he's back in the lineup tonight.
Nick Jensen spoke after practice about playing in a new arena and also being on the road with his new team.
It's different. A new rink, a new city. It's a little weird. It'll be fun to kind of take the first step out there and see what it's like. It's kind of similar to Seattle when they were in the league. But the city's kind of cool. Not often you get to see a new city after you've been to every city in the league. So as soon as I got on this team, a lot of pretty much everything we do on the road, almost all the guys are there, whether it's dinner, lunch, anything in between, going to the mall. Like yesterday we went to like a VR, like a virtual reality place. Guys are finding things to do together and bonding, like you said, so it's fun.
The Sens come into tonight 3-2-0 so far on the young season, with their only road loss coming in the only road game of the year so far in Montreal last Saturday, looking to build on that and pick up their first win on the road in the regular season. This building is also the 70th that the Sens have ever played a regular season game in.
It's huge for the road trip, but also just for kind of the start of our season here right now. We're kind of teetering on that 500 mark, which I know that we're a better team than a 500 record, so if we got to put a push on, because right now we've been playing one good game and then we kind of take a little breath, and then the next game we don't really show up. So this will be a big test for us, see if we can play consistently, win after win, and like you said, obviously the road trip starting with a win is huge.
On the other side of the ice sits the Utah Hockey Club. In their first year here at the Delta Center and in Salt Lake City, they're 4-1-1, off to a strong start right out of the gate through 6 games, and Clayton Keller is leading the way for his team with 8 points through the first 6 games.
Yeah, real fast team. You can see they're scoring a lot of goals. Their D are up in the rush, play a high-tempo game, and we're going to have to be smart with the puck tonight. We're going to have to have a good forecheck to deny their breakouts, and bring our game to hopefully slow down theirs.
I'm expecting a fast, skilled game out of them. I know they got a lot of young skill guys. I don't get to play them too much during the year, but when we do, I know that they got guys that know how to put the puck in the back of the net, and they're fast. I don't know how their team exactly, we'll find out when we watch film, but how they've been playing this year as system-wise, but I know that's kind of my general expectation right now.
While this is the Sens' first visit to Utah for a regular season game, and this is a relatively new NHL rink, it has been around for quite some time. Originally opening in 1991, it has also played host to a slew of historic NBA moments, namely the 1997 and 1998 NBA Finals were held in this building, which saw the Chicago Bulls win their 5th and 6th titles in franchise history. As for some hockey history, here in Salt Lake City, many will remember the 2002 Winter Olympics. The men's hockey gold medal game was held in Salt Lake City, which saw Canada win 5-2 over the United States. That game was actually not held at the Delta Center. In fact, it was held at the Maverick Center, about 15 minutes south of this location. Nonetheless, some more hockey history set to be made here tonight, with the Sens being the first Canadian team to face off against the Utah Hockey Club. It's the Sens and the Utah Hockey Club from the Delta Center here tonight. For Sens 360, I'm Jackson Starr.